I mean, I would ask you, of what you know from your past on this property, what do you think about what the future holds? I mean, what are you most excited for as a Shawtownian, if you so will?
It's a great question.
Welcome to Mount Washington. My name's Ethan, and this is Brick by Brick. Well, today's a special episode of Brick by Brick. We've got the Neighborhood Association, Brad. And Brad, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody?
Hi, Brad Candell, third generation Shawtowner. I am also raising the fourth generation of Shawtowners. I have 4 kids in the same place I grew up in, so it's great.
Yeah, Brad's been an integral part of the team so far here, definitely in just the camaraderie of the community, but working together with me on a lot of projects early on this. So what we're going to do today is we're going to walk the property, and we're going to just kind of take the perimeter. I want Brad, though, to really talk about Shawtown and help explain what it is that we're going to be doing here. So we are currently at the west boundary of the property line. And I mean, as Levi's filming here, hopefully he'll take some time here to pan over a little bit, but you know, Brad has expressed that a lot of what Mount Washington is single family homes, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So
in Shawtown as a whole.
Yeah, so what we're thinking is we put something like that back into this space. We kind of help fill this space with you know, single family like homes, maybe 0 lot lines so we can maximize our space. But you know, Brad, we talked about the fact that you're the Neighborhood Association president.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that here in Shawtown?
We started the Neighborhood Association in 2019, September of 2019. Mm-hmm. Previously it was the Mount Washington Neighborhood Association.
Right.
That went on for a couple of years, and then in early 2000, after I did a stint as the president of that Neighborhood Association, it slowly and surely kind of ended its reign.
Yeah.
That's not atypical of neighborhood associations.
Yeah.
They kind of are cyclical. So, but we started back up in September with a great group of individuals, 9 people on the steering committee that are part of the upper and lower Shawtown levels.
Yeah.
All different needs, all different lots in life, but all have the same common goal.
Yeah.
Get Shawtown back to what it could be.
Yeah, I really love the way you said that, you know, get it back to what Shawtown can be. It used to be, you know, a really prestigious place. I mean, how did Shawtown get its name even? It wasn't always Shawtown, right?
No, it started out as a city called Westville. And collectively, I don't know that Shawtown was ever official, but it got its name from a lumbering baron named Daniel Shaw.
Sure.
He came in the mid 1800s, established everything sort of west of the Chippewa River. And so Eau Claire ended at Claremont, what is now Claremont Avenue. And Westville was where Daniel Shaw built his lumber company. And over the years, even while he was operating, it became collectively known as Shawtown.
It's so funny to me to hear Westville and Shawtown and Mount Washington Neighborhood Association, because it's like it has this really diverse identity.
Right.
But it's a hodgepodge. It's like it's been this transitional thing, like you just said, it's a cyclical thing for the neighborhood associations, but it's like the neighborhood's gone through those phases too. I mean, some of the original houses down there are how old?
My house is about 1860s.
Yeah.
So we have some real early houses centered in anywhere between the 1860s on up to, you know, modern, which we have over on this side of the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's incredible to me that, you know, Mount Washington kind of just sits right in between that, and you know, it kind of has been this dividing line for the neighborhood, and now what we're really looking to do here is, you know, kind of bring both sections of the community back together. So.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no upper or lower. It's just Shawtown.
Yeah. All right, so we're taking a look at the back side of Mount Washington property, not to be confused with the big side hill we have here to our left. But this is going to be a really fun spot. So what we're thinking is really important that we can do here on the property is put in some type of an inclusive park for not just our residents, but also, you know, parts of the community that currently are kind of disconnected from where the parks actually are. So we'll look at putting in some equipment back here. There will be a private drive. We'll of course make sure that the speed is extremely restricted, so that way we don't have any issues with that. But softscapes, landscaping. We're going to have patios with picnic tables, places where people can sit and be communal, like we're talking about. It's really needed here in Shawtown.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I hope that this helps kind of shed a light on what Shawtown is. The fear for me wasn't that this is a bad neighborhood. The fear for me was that the community wouldn't support this so much. And the beautiful thing about communicating with you and the steering committee so openly and candidly, and now through Brick by Brick, is that we're not hiding anything. We're not disclosing.
Right.
We're disclosing everything to you. It's important that we be transparent, so that way everybody knows just how wonderful Shawtown is. It's a beautiful, beautiful neighborhood. Has so much to offer, and I just hope that we can help share some of that even now with the viewers of Brick by Brick.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is an ambitious project, but it's one that could have been handled by the developer a number of ways.
Yeah.
And it is the responsibility of a neighborhood association to sort of support that. And we could do that a number of ways. We could have said, yes, we think what you've got is a great idea, and we could have left it at that.
Right.
And just moved on our merry way. We could have said, we hate your idea, we think it's terrible.
Sure.
And we could have fought things.
Yeah.
That's what a neighborhood association does, is it collectively comes together to fight for the things that benefit themselves.
Awesome.
So the precedence we've got now is, if you're going to be a developer and you're going to come into Shawtown, as transparent and as welcoming and as participatory as you have been, it certainly is going to set a good precedent going forward.
I love that. That's awesome. All right, so we're on the backside of the property here now at Mount Washington, and we specifically wanted to stop here for a second to just kind of show you guys some of the more quirky and unique things that make Mount Washington so unique. And if Levi pans the camera up, you can see a couple different brick tones. You see how there's a slight dispersion, a slight difference in the brick there, and that's because the section here to what is your right as a viewer is the annex section that was added in 48, 49, and then the other section is subsequently the 37 original building. So behind me you can see the double door. The double door is what we're going to be using for our public entrance to the restaurant. So where we're standing, we're going to be looking at some parking, some quiet space, or maybe some more turf put in here. Again, some picnic tables. We're really big on pumping green space, pumping community themes in here. But the parking will be here. The entrance will be directly behind me, and through there is an elevator, and that elevator will take you all the way up to the penthouse, our 5th floor, our rock star views, our panoramic views, everything you could ask for and more. But bringing Brad back into this here for a second. If we pan back over here just a little bit, you can see a second double door. Of course, unfortunately, have the windows boarded up right now. But that area in particular, we're really focusing on the idea of putting in a community gym. Not just one for our residents, but one that's supported by the neighborhood of Shawtown that currently doesn't have anything like that. And the thought process we have behind that is it's ground level, it's easy access, we've got the public parking, and am I wrong? Would Shawtown benefit from having a gym?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a great opportunity for us to have some amenities that I don't think would otherwise be possible.
Yeah, I mean, the gym has always been this thing in here that, if we talk about other developments, and there's nothing wrong with other developments, but it seems like oftentimes they put things into these places that are really good for maybe a couple people at a time.
Sure.
I want to put in a gym that is the equivalent of what is needed by not just my residents, but my neighborhood. I want it to be a place where people can go do circuit workouts and work out together in groups. And, once this pandemic has rolled all the way through and we can be a community and we can connect again on a lot of different levels, I think that'd be such a great space where you're off the beaten path, it's quiet, it's just a whole different vibe.
Absolutely.
You've been around this building probably hundreds of times.
Seems that way.
In your history, yeah. So, I would ask you, of what you know from your past on this property, what do you think about what the future holds? What are you most excited for as a Shawtownian, if you so will?
It's a great question. I don't know if Shawtownian is right. Shawtowner? Shawtownee? We'll clear that up.
The semantics of it.
There's some options. We got some votes we'll have to have. There's a number of things about this project that I think are very exciting to Shawtown itself. And really, it's going to help with that experience, that vision I have some goals, some ambitious goals
Yeah.
to bring people through Shawtown for good reasons. And this project, and specifically, I'm excited about the restaurant. I've had the luxury of heading up to the top of that roof more times in the last couple of months than I have ever had. And it's a tremendous view. It's a view that only a few have ever had the opportunity to experience. And when the penthouse is done, when there's a restaurant that I can go to with my family or just as an opportunity to enjoy with some friends, this is a very exciting project. But since you're adding things and features that enable the neighborhood, it's one more value add. So if we want to go to a coffee shop or if we want to work out in the gym, those are just tremendous amenities that might exist in a couple different ways, but this is just yet another option that I think people are going to love.
Brad, thank you again for coming out. I really appreciate the history lesson that you've been able to give us and some more of the story of Shawtown. How can people get a hold of you if they have any questions about what they've heard today or if they just want to reach out?
Yeah, no, thank you for the opportunity. Our viewers or your viewers can certainly go to Facebook and search for the Shawtown Neighborhood Association, or they can go to a website that we're currently working on, but it's shawtown.org, and we'll have more information and contact information there. Thank you so much for including the Neighborhood Association in this.
My pleasure. My pleasure. And to all of you out there, thank you for tuning in for another episode of Brick by Brick.